Welcome back to another video, and we are making homemade conchas. It's not how you pronounce it, but that's how I pronounce it in my household. We are a very mixed culture family, so I wanted to make something for my husband from his culture, and this is something that he's been begging me to make, and I wanted to make it for him. I finally decided to be like, yeah, I have the time to make it. And I'm glad that I make it because it made him so happy at the end. And I made like a small batch, and this was my second time making it. And the first time was a complete failed. Oh my goodness. I was in college and I made it, and it was, I don't have a picture, but your girl felt miserably. And my husband, he didn't blame me for it or rub salt in the room. He was very comforting, and he just told me it's okay. So this has been like a 2-year gap, and he put faith in me to make it again. So here's my second time making it, and I really studied the recipe. I've been watching other people do it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. It's never too late to try again, as long as you keep on trying. So I am more of a fudge chocolate girl. So this is not considered my go-to snack, but this is something that my husband wanted, and I wanted to make it for him. And my son too, he's half mixed with Black and Mexican, so I wanted him to have both experience, and his taste buds are off the chain. He knows the difference between when I make my southern food and when I can chop down on some Mexican food. And I just love bringing this recipe and other diverse recipes into my kitchen. It just brings so much joy when we can be like, hey, we're craving for Thai. I'm going to learn to make some Thai food for you. Going out it's more or less expensive depending on what you get, but it's more expensive to go out to eat. So I decided to just start making things from scratch, especially since you don't know what type of meat these companies are feeding us. So I wanted to be very careful, and our money can go elsewhere. Anywho, I am so proud of my son. He is walking before his birthday, and that little man can move. Very, very strong legs, and I'm just so proud of him. So we're gonna get some warm milk, some yeast, some salt, some granulated sugar, and 2 eggs, and we're gonna mix that in. And the recipe called for unsalted butter, like a stick, but I only had half a stick, so I melted that because it was frozen, and I just threw it in, and then I'll mix it. I do have a stand mixer, but I'm not gonna use it. Too much dishes already, and I ain't feel like cleaning it, so I'm gonna mix it by hand. And I pretty much knead it until it was well combined. You can always do the test when you press down onto it, and if the dough bounces back at you, you have kneaded to perfection. You're gonna proof it for an hour, and after the hour you're gonna deproof it, and you're just gonna create layers by folding it, poking holes in it, and just getting the desired shape that you need. In this particular case, I needed a circle, so that's what you see me doing here. Look how round, smooth, and fluffy that dough is. And I'm just making sure that there's no cracks, anything where the dough can overlap itself. And I'm making sure that the bottom is smooth and everything. As I'm finished up prepping my doughs, just trying to get an even amount. Again, it's only for my husband. I don't really like these. I will prep my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. These might cook more faster than I am expecting it to. It's 100 today. And in Arizona, if it's 100 outside, your house could be hotter. Your car could be hotter. So it just really depends on your oven. Ovens are different. So you, at this point, you just really have to get to know yours. My oven, I tend to cook things a little bit faster, and we'll just go by that. Now I'm just prepping the top part of the conchas. I don't particular know what it's called, and forgive me for my lack of knowledge. Don't shame me. I am trying. It is pretty hard to understand the techniques of a different culture when it comes to food and pronouncing and language. I am doing my best, but that's not the reason why my husband married me. He married me because how good I try so hard to perfect my recipes when it comes to cooking and just trying to make things from scratch. You know, it's always easy to just buy it pre-made and already made, but it goes out so fast. You could have used that money for something, and I really believe that my husband married me because I take the time out my day to make things from scratch and learning the recipe. You know, some of these recalls that we've been having, it's insane. So it's like you can't really trust what you get from the store. And if like there's so many recalls on it, what could we eat? Like these grocery stores and these recalls are limiting anything that we eat. I might as well eat grass at this point. But no, I'm taking the time out of my day to learn how to make certain desserts for me and my family to enjoy. Now, I took half and half of the portion, and I'm gonna use food gel, and I'm a diet red. Now I'm just rolling out the top part of it, and I use a shot glass to get that perfect circle, but I realized that it's supposed to be the same size of the dough, so I use a different circular thing, and it worked it great. I'm cutting, making the marks into the top part. I don't know the name of it, but the top part of it. And next time I'm gonna be super gentle how I'm scoring it, but it's so beautiful. I love it so much. They were so good. Here's the finished product, and it came out so delicious, and I will definitely make this again. 10 out of 10. So soft, buttery. The top had a nice soft and crunchy part to it. I think I made the top part a little bit too thick, but it was amazing.